It's been a minute. But all right, guys. So today, this video is probably going to be like the most valuable video I've made, probably my entire channel. It's gonna be the most like raw, educated video I'm probably ever made. And you know, I haven't recorded, posted in days. You know, I've been going through my own things. Personal things. Losing my Instagram, this recent situation with this female, other personal situations that I'm going through. But it's cope. It's cope. And I had to sit there and really think about it. Like, even my closest friends, even telling me, like, straight up, like, bro, you've been through way worse, and this shit is nothing. And so recently, I lost my Instagram. That took entire toll on me. Imagine starting liking your content, you're posting videos, you're like really getting, you're not getting crazy traction, but you're like getting support from people you're starting to enjoy it. Instagram decides to just say nope, not today. And in the most recent situation, at my job, I work at Amazon. I work 10-hour shifts 4 days a week. I've recently picked up 2 3-hour shifts yesterday and today, and I'm filming this at almost 11 o'clock at night, after picking up a 3-hour, just to afford my expenses, buy a new phone, afford what I need every day, just so I can have money in my account at all times. But in the most recent situation, at my job, I'm really to myself, really. Like, I have a couple close friends, really one I can consider like a really good true friend, but other than that, I go to work to make my money and come home. I don't go to work to fuck around and socialize, talk about bullshit with these people when I don't give a fuck about 90% of these people, 99 at that. And it was me and my boy. Amazon is very weird, but like, mine's a fulfillment center, so I like how to describe this. So like, there's this girl at my job, I've been seeing her around like a couple times, and like I've barely seen her. I've seen her like probably 3 to 4 times. I've been working at Amazon for almost a year. And when I seen her, like the most recent, not recently, sorry, but this day specifically, it's like me and my boy were like egging it on, like, oh, one of us got to get up on that, like, one of us got to talk to her. I'm like, I'm gonna do it, bro. I'm gonna do it. What's the worst that can happen? When you talk to a girl, what's the worst that she can physically say? Oh, I have a boyfriend. Oh, I'm not interested. It's done. Move on. It's like, it's not going to kill you. But, when I grew up, I never really talked to females. I didn't really have that much crazy friends. I was a loser who developed 0 social skills. It was times where I couldn't even talk to my own friends because I didn't even know what to say. Let alone talking to a female. Like, I probably never walked up on any female in my high school life because I was a loser. I used to sit there and just watch. I would sit there and think about what she would think about me so bad, to the point where I couldn't even walk and even have a normal conversation with her. Now, I probably had one relationship in high school, but other than that, no girl would even look at my way. I would always wonder, like, why no girl would look my way? Why no girl would even find me attractive? Why not one girl would even think about talking to me as a friend? And I just never looked in the mirror until like I got out of high school. I started working on myself, started going to the gym, started actually developing social skills at my job. Amazon, there is hundreds and hundreds of people. You have to talk to people. Well, no, you don't have to talk to people, but you have to like understand your environments. And that environment for me was crazy when I first started. Even though I'm already like 20 years old now, I started when I was 19. I obviously developed since then, but still, back on topic. But I really wanted to talk to this girl because I've been seeing her. Like, I thought she was I would say this girl is probably the prettiest girl at Amazon. I'm not gonna lie to you. The prettiest girl, baddest one you can think, like, I'm not gonna go too indescriptive, but like, I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to fuel her ego, but it's one of the prettiest girls at Amazon. I'm like, bro, what's the worst she could say? I walked up on her, right? I was like, I'm gonna do it, bro. I'm gonna do it. At first I was like, should I really do it? Like, But then like I told myself like, what's the worst that can happen? I didn't even know what to say. I just walked up and just was me. You know, walked up on her, had a normal conversation with her, got her number. I put my number in her phone. She put out her phone, and I put my number in her phone. And after that, that was probably like my ego was like up here. I ain't gonna lie. I was so like, I didn't think I was capable of even talking to women like that in my life. I didn't think so, cause I know I'm attractive in a way, but like I never really thought I couldn't even like, when in reality these women are just not even worth your time. These women aren't even like worth a single time of your time, your efforts, and nothing. They just look good. That's it. But after that, we walked away. Me and my boy, like, oh, I did it. I'm happy. I'm going through the emotions, like, yo, oh my gosh, I got the baddest girl's number at my job. I feel like the man. After that, talked to her on break. Cause my shift is 11:30 to 10. So at 10 o'clock, I'm going ready to go home. She was 7 to 2 a.m. around there. It's 8-hour shift. So like night shift, mini night shift, I guess. But she's ready to go home. I'm like, I'm gonna just talk to you on break. Talked to her on break, chopped it up, and honestly, it was probably one of the best moments I've felt in a minute. Like, I really stayed to myself. I don't really like worry about females. Like, this was like probably the first time I really thought about talking to a female or that in that way. Like, I didn't care, because I'd just be so focused on myself and the grind and what I got to do would become to the next level. I never thought about, oh, maybe I need a girl. It's never I need a girl. It just happened. But, after that, we're talking for a couple days, conversating well. The next day at work, I seen her. I decided to leave early that day. It was a Saturday. I usually leave early on Saturdays because it's my last day and I've been working my ass off. These past days, I got my money and I want to at least like rest and at least do something else productive with my time. So I left at 8, had a nice little conversation with her. I dipped out, we talked for a little bit, and then she didn't text me all night, all that entire night. She didn't even text me. I'm like, what's going on? Like, did I do something wrong? In my head, in my brain, I'm thinking like, what did I do? And I wake up the next day to it being on scene at 7 in the morning. I'm like, oh, you good? I text her like, oh, you okay? Everything's okay? She instantly replies saying good morning with 3 G's. I'm like, something's wrong. But I kind of let that slide. Like, I let my thoughts like, okay, and we're just, I say hi, good morning. We're just conversating like normal. All of a sudden, I was kind of joking when I said this. I was like, giving me mixed signals, like with a little emoji. I was really joking for real. And she leaves it on scene. I'm like, what? And then she just doesn't say anything for a couple days. I'm like, and I get ghosted. Basically, I got ghosted. And when I got ghosted, I tell you, that was probably one of the worst feelings I had in a very, very, very long time. I had relationships I've been in for minutes, long relationships, all these different things, and it's like the first girl I talked to in probably a year, because I've been so focused on myself, I get ghosted, thinking it's the girl like I like, and I'm so caught up in the moment thinking like what we could have been, and it just destroyed me. Like, I wanted to just sit there and just cry like a bitch. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't even want to go to the gym. I didn't want to do anything. I'll be honest with you. And that's what I have to be honest with myself with, is you cannot let these women control your emotions. You cannot let these women dictate on who you are as a person, I was sitting there thinking like, oh man, like what did I do? What did I do? What is wrong with me? There's something wrong with me. Is it because like she didn't really like me? Is it because I was too pushy? Is it because I was so worried about like I was rushing things? When in reality, maybe it was that. Maybe I was very excited and it just like kind of like scared her away. Who knows what it is? But me thinking about all these different things destroyed my mind. Like, it really cooked my mind. Like, honestly, is being honest. And what the main thing is, you cannot let these, even like when you're talking to somebody, when you're with somebody, or it could be whatever it is, when you're giving the girl to be above you in a way, like she controls you, she controls your emotions, she controls on like what these different things like about you, like got you worrying about yourself. That girl is not for you. And I had to sit there and generally think about it, like sit here like think like this in my room, like what is wrong with me? Was there something truly wrong with me? But in reality, there was nothing wrong with me, you know? I'm not the most attractive guy, but I work on myself to the fullest extent. You know, I carry myself really well wherever I go. And that's probably what like, she liked, or whatever it is. Whatever, I don't know. But, you know, it honestly destroyed me. Like, I keep on saying this, but, like, it really, like, fucked up my mindset. Like, it fucked me up. I don't usually get fucked up, but it did, you know? But I'm really making this video is, like, to really, like, think about, like, when you're going through something, you cannot cope. You cannot cope and go in a shell and not talk to nobody. I didn't even want to talk to nobody. I put do not disturb on. I didn't want to talk to nobody from my job, my family, my closest friends, my brother. No, I didn't want to talk to anybody. I just wanted to just be in my own shell and just be alone and fucking cry like a little girl. When in reality, I got, thank God I had a close friend that can like still come to me and like be honest with me. Because if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't even still be in the right point. But he was honest with me, like, bro, like, you've been going through worse. This is nothing. And it's like, yeah, I've been through way worse, but it's like, this here really hit me hard. You know, I don't usually don't get hit hard with certain things. And it's like, damn, bro. But, you know, you cannot let these things change what has to be done. You cannot let a certain circumstance fuck up your whole routine. I didn't want to do shit. I didn't even want to lift. And the gym is easy. I didn't even want to go to work. Bro. But after like that circumstance that happened, the situation, I seen her at work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm seeing her all these days, looking at her, just getting like, and she like really avoiding looking at me. So I'm realizing like, oh, maybe it's, I don't know what happened. Maybe she has a boyfriend, or 9 times out of 10, she has a boyfriend. Whatever the case is. But, you know, honestly, I was just thinking like, anytime I seen her walk by, it's like, bro, like, oh well, it is what it is, bro. There's always another girl that you can always talk to, or you can just move past it and use it as fuel, you know? And I've never got ghosted before. I always do the ghosting because these women that are around me are below. Their mindset is cooked around me. You know, the certain girl I want isn't even imaginable. And my standards aren't that high. I just want a girl who's on the same type of things I'm on, like grinding in a way. Like, you don't even have to be in the gym, like with God, business, like some type of thing, like you know what to do with your life. Not just living paycheck to paycheck and just living like a normal human being. I don't want a girl that smokes, drinks, or does this bullshit when it doesn't make sense. But, you know, it honestly destroyed me. And I'm sitting here thinking about it now, like, wow, like, I sat here and let a girl that I didn't even know for a week dictate my emotions, dictate everything about me. I was thinking, like, bro, what was truly wrong with me? Like, was it because, like, how I acted? Like, when in reality, I could have acted a little bit better. I could have been less, like so excited, because I was generally excited. I was so happy, like, oh, just because she looked good. Bro, it is what it is. You can't let these certain situations fuck up your mindset. You cannot let these certain situations fuck up what you have going on outside of this shit. I know I'm swearing a lot, but I'm like, it truly, like, I would just wish I'd had this mindset a while ago, because I used to have relationships when it destroyed me. It was a time where my own boy, my man, see me crying, like, see me fucked up over a girl. Seeing me fucked up when I don't let nobody, I don't even cry at all, you know? But you cannot let this shit get to you, bro. You cannot, bro. It's 11 o'clock at night. I want to go to bed right now. I want to go to sleep and work on my next task for the next day and really get this shit started. But I decided, like, I can't sit there and let these emotions sit in my head. I have to talk about this. And it's okay to have moments in your life where you're screwing up, like have a fuck up. You're a human being at the end of the day. You know, everyone fucks up in their life. Everyone. But you having that fuck up destroy like days and days and days and days of progress. That's where you're doing it wrong. You know, you can have a couple hours and like, oh, like what the fuck, like whatever you're going through. But if you're sitting there letting it destroy you, eat at you every day, and like you're just sitting there in your thoughts and just like running on what you could do better, that is the main reason why you haven't gone to the next level this year, bro. And I'm not the most perfect human being. I have a lot of things I have to work on, and I'm not scared to say that, you know. But one thing about me is, though, I get shit done no matter what it is, bro. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. You know, this was a really random video, but you know, we're gonna get back to the routine. See y'all boys, man. Lock in.